Hey guys, it's LTJ Steen. Today I am ranking my top 10 Spider-Man villains due to the release of Spider-Man Homecoming. I ranked my Spider-Man movies and now I'm going to do some villains. So these are my favourite villains. There were some villains who I cut out the list because I was going to do like a top 15 or something, but I cut it down to a top 10, so yeah. So in 10th place is Sandman. I think Spider-Man 3 kind of ruined Sandman because I read a few comics with Sandman in, and I've read quite a few comics with Sandman in them, and I like Sandman. I've seen him on programs and stuff like that. He's a good villain. He was okay in Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3 is a bad film, but I like superhero films, so that doesn't bother me. He just didn't fit into that movie very well, but like altogether, Sandman is just a really good villain. So in 9th place is the Rhino, because I just really like the character of the Rhino, like in like comics and TV shows and games and stuff like that. He's an actual mutant rhino or whatever. But then in Amazing Spider-Man 2, they showed like a realistic version. He was in like a robot rhino suit, which sort of looked like a transformer, to be honest. But it's still amazing. It was an amazing idea, and but like he still was like a mutant rhino or whatever. He's just still an amazing guy. Well, not really. He's a villain, but yeah. So in 8th place is Kingpin. A lot of people know Kingpin as a Daredevil villain. He is, but he was a Spider-Man villain first. And Daredevil, some people, no, not Daredevil, Kingpin, some people are like, who's that? Like, might not know him, but he has appeared on movies before. Like, if you don't read comics or play of the games or seen programs or anything, he has appeared in a movie. He's appeared in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And at the end, like where they talk about the extended Amazing Spider-Man universe, which never got to happen. But like we're not talking about that. But that guy who like you some if you know what I mean, if you've seen that film, that was him. Yeah, he's just a good criminal mastermind guy and stuff. Some people might not have liked that I've done this. Put Dr. Octopus, be quiet, Dion. Some people might not have liked that I put Dr. Octopus in 7th place because some people might like him like much more than I do, but he's just really not my favourite villain. He's a good, like, it is like, if I like had a choice of like, I'm not saying I want to be a villain or anything like that, but like if I had a choice of like being a villain, like and what villain I could be, like Doctor Octopus is probably one of my main choices I'd choose because those arms are just amazing and it's just a good idea whoever thought of that. Stan Lee, but yeah. So in 6th place is Lizard. This is mainly based off Amazing Spider-Man movie. Reese Fans is a good actor as him. Reese Fans, I can't judge him, he's a Welsh actor. I am Welsh, as you guys probably know already. And he is just amazing. Like it's just a good character to have, like like a man who's a lizard but can also go back into a human and stuff like that. It's just good. He's a scientist and he ends up a villain. A lizard villain. So guys, in 5th place is Venom. He is one of Spider-Man's biggest foes or villains or whatever you want to call him. He was. I've read many comics where Spider-Man and Venom have been against each other. I've read there's I think there's a few different Venoms. There's Eddie Brock, I think that's his name. Flash Thompson or Eugene Thompson. And there's I think Ned. I think Ned's the Ned's the Hobgoblin. So he's, and also Venom wasn't the worst part of the Spider-Man 3 film. He wasn't the best in there, but he was okay. Fourth place is Electro. I didn't like Electro. I didn't like his suit. I didn't like anything about him really, until Amazing Spider-Man 2, where they changed him. Jamie Foxx is quite a good actor. I like Jamie Foxx, and he's just like, he changed my opinion of that character. That's all I have to say really. So I've always liked the Vulture. I think he's always been a good character. His first appearance was in the second Amazing Spider-Man comic. So he's actually one of the first Spider-Man villains to appear. Not many people might have known that. He's actually had bird wings and stuff, but like in Spider-Man Homecoming, which the first movie adaptation of the character, he was like a robot. Like they turned him into like a robot gear, like they did with the Rhino and stuff, yeah. And Michael Keaton was a good actor for him. I wish we got more fight scenes with him with Homecoming, but I'm happy with what we had. Right, in second place is Carnage. If you don't know Carnage, he hasn't even been in the movies yet, but he has to be in the movies. He is one of the worst Spider-Man villains of all time. He's a horrible guy. He's like dark red colour, like red, black, I don't know. And he's sort of a bit like Venom. He is just a murderer and like loads of different things, and he's just mean guy. And he's one of the best villains. So probably wasn't a surprise, because the Green Goblin is most people's favourite villain. I really like him. He's in. I'm not I'm like a bit annoyed they didn't use him as much as they should have in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Maybe if they took Rhino out the equation, and just had maybe just Green Goblin and Electro, that might have done some goodness to that. But I liked how he looked in Amazing Spider-Man 2. I liked Willem Dafoe as him in Spider-Man, the original film. I like him in the comics, video games, programs, everything. He's just my favourite Spider-Man villain. So that's my list. Be sure to comment down below your list of your favourite Spider-Man villains, and go back and look at my other rankings and comment your list of those in the comments of those videos. Like the video, share it with your mates, subscribe, and everything like that, because we're close to 200 subscribers. I want, hopefully, my target is to get 250. If we can't make the target, that's okay, but my target by the 5th of August, 250 by the 5th of August, so please be able to subscribe. And that's it really. See you guys in the next video. Peace.